Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Chingo Gringo beer review. Today's beer comes to us all the way from the British Isles and will interest both the craft beer lover and also those metalheads out there. So, you may ask, what beer are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about the one and only Iron Maiden Trooper beer. What a nice label that is, right? Look at Eddie there. He's looking mean and pissed off, isn't he? Okay, so now, and also let me show you also the nice little neck label there as well. Just a plain old bottle cap, black bottle cap, nothing special there. So, okay, so a little bit about the brewery that produces the beer, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the beer itself. Starting with the brewery first. This brewery is called Robinson's Brewery, and it is located in Stockport, England. This brewery is family owned and operated and has been so since 1838. That's a good old long time, isn't it? Now, how many years is that it's been in operation? Well, I've got it right here. It's 175 years of brewing history and heritage. So, how did this brewery come about making one-of-a-kind Iron Maiden beer, the Trooper beer? Well, this came about when the brewery asked the band to help create its own beer. Well, you guys may know, especially if you love or like Iron Maiden and heavy metal music. I grew up in the late 70s, early and throughout the 80s, so I know this band very well. And I know that Bruce Dickinson, who is their lead vocalist, is a craft beer lover. Specifically, he loves traditional English ales. So the brewery asked the band, and specifically the lead singer of the band, Bruce Dickinson, to help them to create this one-of-a-kind beer. Now, Robinson's Brewery is one of the UK's largest family-owned and operated breweries. It has 340 pubs, and those pubs are located across the northwest of England and also in Wales. Now, another note I wrote here, that Bruce Dickinson said that he was very nervous when he met the Robinson's family for the first time. He said that it was the first audition he had to do in 30 years. So, now, about the name Trooper, right? Where does that name Trooper, for the guys and the gals out there that are not heavy metal lovers or metalheads, as they call them, this name Trooper comes from the song by Iron Maiden, Trooper, and it is the story of the charge of the Light Brigade. The charge took place at the Battle of Balaclava in 1854, and that was during the Crimean War. 600 mounted British cavalry charged the entrenched Russian artillery, all based on a misinterpreted order given by the commanding officer, Lord Raglan. And as you may think, or as you may, as you may think, or as you may deduce, that's what I was trying to say, that this resulted in a major defeat of the British cavalry because they were unprepared to face the Russian artillery that was entrenched on the other side, and also resulting tragically in a major loss of life. So now that ends all the history about the brewery and the beer and why the beer is called Trooper. So let's get to the good part, shall we? Let's pour this beer up and see what we've got. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that sound. I love that sound of a really nice cold ale pouring into a glass. This beer is pouring with a really nice head, and I can already smell the aromas. They're already assaulting my nose. Look at that, really nice, almost 2-finger head. And wow, I'll see if I can put it between here and let me get a better handle on the beer so I don't drop it like last time. Okay, so trying to get some light there. Wow, there it goes. You can see it's a very beautiful color on this beer. There we go. Beautiful burnt amber. And like I said earlier, poured with a wonderful head. Very creamy. You can't see like I can because of the position of the camera, but I can tell you that this head is a really nice creamy head, whitish tannish head, and wow, what a beautiful color on this beer. There we go, we got the light coming through there now. Nice level of carbonation. You can see maybe, I don't know if you can see at home, the carbonation bubbles rising up in there. Nice level of carbonation. So let's get to the important part, shall we? The aroma. Wow, I get, first thing that hits my nose is an aroma of caramelized or roasted malt. That biscuity, bready aroma, followed by some citric aromas, maybe like orange or lemon peel. And that's about it for the aromas. So let's get to the best part, shall we? Cheers, guys. Classic traditional British ale here, guys. The first thing that I get on my taste buds is sweet, biscuity, malty flavors coming from the malt used in this beer, followed by a very nice hoppy bitterness that begins about the middle and then finishes with a nice light bitterness. This beer finishes dry though. It finishes dry, and the bitterness, while it is very nice, it doesn't linger around. So this will be a nice beer to have with your friends and during a session of drinking. Probably drink 2 or 3 of these. I forgot to mention earlier that this beer has an ABV of 4.7%. However, I don't have the information for the IBUs. I couldn't find it on their website, either the website exclusively for this beer or Robinson's Brewery website. So, don't have that. However, I do have the information about the hops used in this beer. The hops used are Bobek hops, Goldings, and Cascade. Those are the 3 hop varieties used in this beer. I don't have the malt, however. The malt bill, the malt used in the beer. I'm going to get another taste of this beer before I give my verdict. Wow, what a nice beer. I haven't had a whole lot of traditional British ales, but the ones I have enjoyed, such as Hobgoblin and beers by Shepherd Neame. This ranks right up there with them. It's a really nice traditional British ale. Heavy on the malt bill. The malt bill means the malts used in the malt ingredients used in the beer. Heavy on the malt, as to be expected in a British beer, and light on the bitterness. but still a very nice level of bitterness in this beer. Well, what's going to be my verdict? Now, as you guys know, I have a system of, 0 to 10. And this is going to be rated as, I'm going to rate this beer, kind of torn today. I'm going to rate this beer, I'm going to give this beer an 8.5. It's a really nice beer, nice, wonderful head, and great head retention as you see. Wonderful level of carbonation, beautiful color, excellent aroma, and finally, a really nice flavor. So, 8.5 for Robinson Breweries, sponsored or licensed Iron Maiden Trooper beer. Okay, so that's been all for this edition of the Chingo Gringo beer review. Remember, guys, to drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. Until next time I see you, keep pouring them up, keep drinking them down. Cheers, guys. That's good.